on you, didn't they? Does that hurt? I see you. Just give me a moment. A moment.
Vis medicatrix.
There. It's up to her now. Now, what was it you needed? Just be glad my bedside manner's better than yours. Come here. You seem healthy enough. A bit tired round the eye. A tadpole. A mind flayer tadpole. I'll do what I can. Come. We need to be quick. This way.
There's something in that vessel. Take a closer look.
This one had the same problem as you. Attacked us in the woods together with some goblins. Tadpole crawled out of his head soon after. I'll do the best I can. I'm no Master Halcyon, mind. He'd have your tadpole out like that. Still, we have options. You don't have to be here for this.
I will remain. I have a vested interest in the outcome.
All right. Let's see what we can do.
She shifts uneasily, hesitating. Something's off.
It might. But first things first. Tell me about your symptoms. Have you noticed anything strange happening? I'm telling you everything you need to know. Believe me on that. I want to help you, but I can't unless you work with me. So, has anything unusual happened to you? Victims can identify each other. How'd you pick up the parasite? Halcyon was desperate to find where all this was happening. Of course I am. So tell me, where'd you get that thing? To hell's with it. I'm sorry, but I can't let you go. If you transform out there, you'll kill everyone in the grove. Everyone for leagues around. Master Halcyon did say the drow's tadpole was dormant. Maybe yours is too. All right, but on one condition. This is a vial of wyvern poison. Swear to me, you'll swallow it if you feel any symptoms. I hope it doesn't come to that. But, thank you. Here. You know, I've spent my life treating folk and never once saw a mind flayer infection. Then suddenly, there's dozens of you. Master Halcyon and I were tracking them, studying them, because you should all be changing. There should be a small army of mind flayers out there. But you're not. Weird powers aside, you seem perfectly normal. For one, it's one of their worms for sure. But this one gives you powers. Not yet, anyhow. Could be. When Master Halcyon heard the adventurers were heading that way, whatever he found there, he didn't make it back. The thing is, I've sent birds to find him. But the place is rotten with... You, though. You're one of them. If you can find Halsin and get him out of there, we can discover what he learned. And thank you. I wish I could tell you more. All I can say for sure is they all went to the old temple of... Good luck out there. Take it one step at a time, Nettie. Come on.
Pretty big. But I wouldn't take wyvern poison even if we do begin to turn.
Better a quick draft than ceramorphosis, nonetheless.
If you start to turn, I encourage you to take it. I'm sure it'll be very entertaining for the rest of us.
That might be worth a look.
Be wary of false promises. The missing druid, Halsin, was it? He may be talented, but only a Githyanki Zathis can cleanse an embedded tadpole. Entirely. Each cret the library was a gift from Vlaakith herself. Countless scholars roam the astral sea and beyond. The planes are ever quick, yet we still collect more.
I heard what happened. If the druids are this far gone, then it's not just goblins. So we can risk violence here, or face it for certain on the road. Quite the choice, isn't it? It's good of you to offer, but we'd need an army of our own to escort us safely to Baldurs Gate. There may be a way, though. Somebody must be leading them, bringing discipline to their rank. It's no small thing to ask, but I've seen you fight. You're equal to the task. Everyone in this camp depends on it. Thank you. We'll be ready to leave as soon as...
Commander!
Just Zevlord. We're civilians now.
Tell me, Lae'zel, when you say we might be purified at your creche, what does that mean exactly?
Something's wrong.
Augusto will affix the Zaithisk, the pure.
You're a true soul. You can't die.
I don't think he's conscious.
You, not a step closer.
The mark glows, but you feel nothing in response. Your illithid power is beyond reach until you rest.
He's hurt badly. An owlbear got...
I'm watching you.
The injured man locks eyes with you. A familiar squirming churns in your head. Your minds intertwine. You see his siblings, Andric and Brenna, new recruits. Yours to shepherd.
Protect them. They are a true soul.
Edwin! Ed! Please!
He's with the Absolute now. You're a true soul. Do you have orders for us? We were reporting to Edwin. I don't know any druids.
What? The Absolute is our god, then we...
A true soul, like... And when the time comes...
Oh, I like these two.
All zeal and no brains.
I'm sorry, true soul. It seems the Absolute still has a great deal to teach me. We know that all too...
We're looking for fugitives. Survivors from that ship that crashed farther west of here. We don't know what they look like, but the Absolute wants them found. At any cost.
I don't know any druids.
An oil bear. It had him on the ground. We managed to drag him away, but I told Edward not to look in that cave. It was filthy with oil bear tracks. What? I suppose he'd want us to go on.
May the Absolute...
You feel the quake of its heavy footsteps before you see it. An owlbear, its beaked face looming out of the darkness. The owlbear's one good eye flicks away for a moment. You follow its glance and see an owlbear cub. The owlbear stares, then sharply inhales your scent. It sits back, its eyes still fixed on you. A silent ultimatum. You can leave now, or step closer and die.
Tell me, Gale, what is your interest in the astral plane?
Time. Or rather, the absence of it. In the astral plane, everything is eternal.
It will be my home soon enough, should Rakith will it.
One horn. This is the devil Will has been tasked to kill.
Me! Never been better. Well, fuck me. It's you, from the Nautiloid. Please tell me I found you before those so-called Paladins of Tyr did. Now that's a story, and I'll tell it to you, but truth be told, we shouldn't stay here too long.
A great heat roars through you. Her heat, fiery as the hells. Then you're lost in visions of demonic armies as you tear through a landscape of fire and blood, the Blood War. You saw it from above as the Nautiloid passed through Avernus.
What was that? Fuck's sake. Guess that explains the voices. From that peek I got into your head, you've made some inroads trying to get the thing sorted. I'm Karlak. And you are... Well met, soldier. Now that we're old pals, how would you feel about helping me kill some evil bots? A little background, if you're more... You already know I fought in the Blood War. So good, Zariel, the Archdevil herself, made me her personal attack dog. I played along until I could get the fuck out of there. Took me 10 years to properly escape, but now I'm free. Zariel sent goon after goon. The latest yappy little dogs she sicked on me are nearby. A group of dopes posing as Paladins of Tyr. Want to help? Fuck yes. After we've mopped them up, we can work on evicting this parasite and take Faerun by the short hair.
A warrior who winks at her foes while she slays them. You'd be a fool to refuse her.
I'd hug you if it wouldn't scorch your skin off. Looks like your troops all trooped up. You'll need to send someone packing if you want me to join.
I would object, but sitting by the fire while you do all the hard work sounds marvelous.
Excellent. Let's go.
Words, Gale. Perhaps oration suits you more than battle.
Let's see what this does.
Please, no more. Leave her.
Cut the crap, and
Don't let her hurt us. Please, we just want to go home.
There's something in the squint of his eye. You suspect he's lying.
Enough! Enough! I'll not play pretend anymore. Karlak, you're going home in pieces if needs must. And you'll soon learn what it means to ally yourself with the likes of this garbage.
Avernus was never my home. It was my prison. I'm free now. And I'm never going back!
Best be on my way.
I am fury. I am death.
Let me recite their demise.
this is gonna feel good. Cheers, mate.
Time to strike. This is your end.
I speak, they burn. Quick peek will have to do.
Fuck yes. Moving.
What's inside?
Time to strike.
Gone with the weave.
Smell blood. Count on me.
Can't slow down.
May the dice roll in my favor. May it please, Mistra.
Up, up. Heading out.
I don't fancy their chances. With haste. Silent spell.
I will ascend. My path be true.
The lance board is set. Good move.
Now this is my happy place.
What path lies before me?
Time to strike. Taking position.
Swords meet sorcery. Step by step.
I'm heating up. Knees high.
In.
Another step forward.
I am fury. I am death. Make way.
The witching hour. Certainly.
I got this.
I need to find a way forward.
Victory awaits. Taking position.
One can't always be a gentleman.
Watch this.
I will ascend. Taking position.
Allow me to demonstrate. Creator, destroyer.
Fun.
Survival is all that matters. Blood follows me everywhere.
Fuck them. Fuck Thariel. I won't go back. I'm never going back. And if any of Mummy's little friends want to pick up where the others left off, they'll find nothing but a pile of ash. That's right, she won't. She... I'm never going.
Open up.
That ought to do it.
Whew. Had to let off a little steam after facing off with those ignots.
Granted, the fire's lasting a little longer than it should. How do I look? Careful, soldier. If I burn any hotter, I might explode. Hear that? Infernal engine for a heart. Lets me burn as hot as the hells. Seems to be running in overdrive since I left Avernus. Won't be seeing my mechanic anytime soon, so I'll just make the most of the extra heat. Just don't get too close till I've found a way to calm it down. High pain tolerance. But it's a bit early in the game to be getting into tragic backstories. Let's save the Scar show for later, after we've worked up an appetite for tragedy. Meanwhile, I'll need to find someone who can tune up my engine sooner rather than later. The first time I faced down those paladins, they let slip there was an infernal mechanic in the area. A tiefling. He might be able to stabilize things. Sounds like a good lead. Hopefully our... Wanna dance?
Indolence breeds madness.
Let's get going.
Karlach's temper is a sight to behold.
You're staring at me again. What do you...
What can I do you for? The Blade of Frontiers? Yeah, he's been on my tail for ages. Thought he'd seen sense by now, though. Will's been deceived. It isn't his fault, but if you kill me, you'll never find out why. See that you do.
The goblins still infest the roads. As long as their leaders live, Karlach's one of the... She fled. I can't bear to imagine the lot. A powerful friend with a keen interest. All right, what else is on your mind? So it was for me. I don't remember much of the battle. Angry at the frontiers, demanded a blade. A classic drop. It's me. But by all means.
Isn't it glorious? Karlach's fury is a wonder to behold.
One horn, the stink of Avernus, Advocatus Diaboli.
Well, I'll be God's damned. The Blade of Frontiers. Thought I'd shaken you for good. That'll teach me to underestimate you.
Karlach, the Archdevil Zariel's gladiator, come to burn the Sword Coast to ash.
Well, not counting the fuckers that need it.
Shut it, devil. I know your kind. A heart darker than a shadow's nightmares.
A devil? I didn't take the blade for a fool. I'm...
A great fire roars through you. The fire of the first hell. You are Karlach, tearing through demons across a blood-red the front lines of the Blood War. With every swing of her axe, Karlach fulfills Mistress Zariel's purpose.
Proof, clear as summer sky. It's over, Karlach.
I've tried to tell you. I'm not what you think I am.
Another vision. Karlach's blade rays slicing through Will shudders with Karlach's desperation. She is a victim of the Blood War, not an agent of it.
By Balduran's helm, No, I will not be tricked.
You saw the truth. I may be an effective soldier, But I never wanted to serve Zariel. Legged it away from her the first chance I got.
And yet you served.
Will catches his breath and his lips straighten. Sheer dread twists his face.
No! Devils cannot be trusted!
You know monsters better than anyone. Can't you look in my eyes and see I'm not a devil?
You don't know what this means. You don't know what you're asking me to do.
I'm asking you to live, Will. I don't want to hurt you. And to be frank, I'd rather not find out how the blade got his name. I swear to you, on all I am not what you think.
Shit! Shit.
You really are no devil, are you?
Oh, thank the gods.
You would have died in the attempt. But there have been enough threats today.
Truce then, eh?
Aye. Truce.
I see the good in you, Karlach. I promise not to lose sight of it.
Glad Will saw sense. Even more glad he decided to stick around. Takes a pretty slick mover to track down old Karlach. Same.
You've been witness to a pantomime, I'm sorry to say. And I've played my part all too poorly. I can say only this. Karlach's not the only one who's had a villain's knife. One night soon, when we make camp, the veil will be lifted, and I'll pay my penance. And you'll have them.
Good thing for Will that Karlach called a truce. Now...
Nothing like... It's almost a pity things ended so amicably. Seeing those two duke it out.
It seems like Will and Karlach will play nice from now on.
There's no story. We've been through quite a lot, with likely more to come. Care to narrow it?
I suppose we'd go our separate ways. Not as... There's someone waiting for me there. Someone I have to reach. Thank you. And you're right. It's...
Must I?
Find a person if which...
I'm not too hopeful that he...
I must... Besides, you saved my life.
Fine. What's on your mind?
Besides,
Must we? No harm in a little mystery, don't you think? Thank you. I'm sure...
You spot a name on the dog's collar. Scratch.
Smell that? Blood. This whole plain reeks of it.
That'll wake you up of a fine day, won't it?
I do not need awakening. My senses are sharp as steel. I have a confession. I was too hasty to judge. I thought you witless, gutless, unimpressively bland. Now, well, you've earned my respect and more still. You've proven your wits. You are efficient and dominant. You've proven your courage. I swear you would tear the horns off one dragon, and you're hardly bland. Your scent alone is enough to make my neck sweat and my hairs stand on end. Good. I want to taste you. Perhaps tonight. Do you? Yes. Perhaps one night soon, I will come to your bunk and take what is mine. Until that night comes, I shall keep enjoying your scent.
Is this your first time on the Sword Coast, Lae'zel?
Yes. It is much more lively than the Githyanki slates led me to believe.
Just wait till you see Baldur's Gate. You'll never want to leave.
Hear that? Someone's fighting the gnolls. We should help.
Don't be a fool, lad. Shut your mouth and keep your head down. Leave the heroics to them that don't value their own skin.
Victory is assured. The lesson is death.
I will ascend. Taste my fury.
A rough tempest I will raise.
Let's cook with fire, baby. Say bye-bye.
The shock of psychic pain, the pack leader's mind clamps onto yours. You see yourself through her eyes, a pulsing red cluster of organs. Feast. No. The voice has forbidden this meat. Gnolls see your whole world as a meal. This voice is acting as a leash, but it won't hold them for long. A strange symbol glows, marked on their flesh, and something within you stirs in response. Deep in the chaos of her mind, something responds to your command. A tadpole, It is the source of the voice. She will obey it. She will obey you. Something stirs deep within you, hungry and alert. It's taking something you'll never get back.
So, a tadpole gives us the ability to manipulate others. Huh.
Ignore it. Deny it. This is nothing but a disease, and every use will sicken us further.
It's already living in our heads for free. May as well see if it has any value to us.
A little caution may be advised. The power may prove valuable, or it might not. We simply don't know. A wise choice under the circumstances.
Her mind a hungry pit. The flesh of the survivors wasn't enough to satisfy her. The meat here is forbidden. She sniffs the air, then bounds away.
We are to use and misuse each civilization in the stars in every way we know. I do not conquer by blade alone, Gale.
Looking chest. What treasures might that be filled with?
Well, there's only one way to know for sure.
So, Githyanki undergarments. Very fashionable.
Thank goodness that's all dealt with. The odds are stacked high enough against us already. No need to turn on each other.